Welcome everyone. This is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio, for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, or any other planet in the sign of Scorpio for January 2018. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm seeing for you guys for January a very self-involved energy. First of all, it's sort of a return to who you are almost, or wanting to return to who you are, or a pull back like into yourself, and also simultaneously a wanting to share that and express some of your insights, express some of your creativity, express your yourself in a what's the word I'm looking for, like a physical way, if that's, some kind of, I don't know, it's just about being very truthful to yourself and also expressing that. There is an indication of being a little bit of uncaring, sort of. I don't know, it's either uncaring about kind of what other people think, right, as related to like what you're doing, what your truth is. It could be an uncaring as far as a little bit of a hedonistic outlook, a little bit of a self-indulgent, right, or just indulgent in general. Can be a very like sexual energy, or very just like more kind of taking energy, and an escapist energy. It could also be something coming to head as far as if somebody has been exhibiting a lot of unhealthy behaviors, or if there's an addiction at play or something, whether it's yours or somebody else's, where that's kind of coming to a head. There's some truths being spoken about that, maybe, right? And a little bit of maybe clarity as far as that is concerned, a little bit of insight into yourself, into who you are, or you may be providing that insight for somebody else as well, by sharing your kind of perspective. So that they can gain a better sense of what they've kind of been doing, that they may not have been being aware of. Yeah, definitely related to things kind of coming to light, in a sense of maybe some defensiveness. But I'm seeing that ultimately there's a self-knowledge here, and there's a self-exploration and a self-realization. But it is very kind of self-involved in what I need, what I want, and that kind of thing. And it may just be that there's a discussion regarding that or something, right? I am getting that there's kind of other energies involved, whether that is another person that you're going to be speaking to or relating to, or just other people in general, or it's a very busy energy. It's an active sort of extroverted energy that there may be, just people in general in your kind of atmosphere. Yeah, so I think that's it for the energy, general energy. I want to lay some more cards down for some advice about this, how you can embrace this, what you can do with this kind of self-knowledge and this awareness, and also if it's present, this sort of like pull towards satisfaction, escapism, kind of the hedonism. I have the hedonism card here. It's kind of about just not really, caring and going for it a little bit. But yeah, very internal. A lot of things coming out. Okay, gonna pick these up, put some more cards down. I'll be right back. Okay, Gemini, I'm back. Here's your advice. Okay, so they want you to be resolute, right? Not go. You don't need to go back and forth. I guess this insight, whatever these insights are important. And so there might be a tendency to want to do it, want to make them known, want to explore them, express them, talk about them, but then being not sure, pulling back, letting the situation kind of control the situation, and letting other people control the situation, or not wanting to be that person, be that leader, and then kind of feeling like maybe you need to, and then kind of pulling back again, you know what I mean? Like this whole back and forth thing that you could be doing, or even beginning to express things to people and then being like, oh no, I didn't mean it, or something like that, or maybe if somebody's doing that to you, that you want to be able to embrace some of these negative things, right? Or or expect them, but in a brave way, right? Be like to be brave about it, to be to realize that it's important for these things to kind of come out, and that without them, then you only have partial information, right? And so you only have kind of a partial things that you can work with. You want to have all that information and all those things that you can kind of connect and work with. I don't know. I said that twice. Anyways, yeah, they want you to be almost, stubborn with it, and also to realize that things like this can dissolve situations, right? They can be the end to certain situations, whether those are friendships, relationships, any kind of situation dynamic that you have with somebody else. Once you start really getting down into the nitty gritty, sometimes it can get kind of unpleasant, and sometimes it can create a rift, right? And that's not necessarily the worst thing that can happen, A, and it's not necessarily permanent, B, it might feel really intense, and I don't think you want to like swallow those feelings down or anything and pretend they're not there. Again, this is all about speaking your truth and coming out with it, and making sure that everything's put out on the table, right? But that shouldn't be kind of a deterrent, I guess, because if the situation can't kind of weather that or last through that, or you can't kind of maneuver around that, then maybe it's not the best one to continue to feed, if that makes any sense. Yeah, let's see. Anything else? Yeah, you want to just be very strong, right? This faith card here is all about just overcoming anxieties, or even in the face of anxiety. It's just about being brave, right? It's just about doing it, having faith in the process, having faith in the cycle, having faith in yourself, having faith in the information, you know what I mean? Having faith in the fact that once all the information is there, then you can move forward, and there's always new things in the future, you know. So not to get kind of stuck and be too just willing to placate that, I guess, willing to let that control everything and block things off, and let these kind of partial things come out, and let this back and forth thing come out for a long time. Like they want you to address it somehow. Yeah, by being clear, right? Also try to be clear spoken and look at objective facts and things like that. You don't have to get defensive. You can be emotional, you can be sad, you can feel hurt and that kind of thing without getting majorly defensive, because it's just not good, right? It's not good for anybody if the person who's being brought this information is closed off to it because they're afraid and they're defensive. Okay, so yeah, but you do want to be resolute in yourself, right? It's not about being defensive to new things. It's about being so strong in yourself that those new pieces of information aren't going to destroy you and break you down, right? So it's not about just being sitting there and taking all the information in and not saying anything. It's just about not being, defensive, because you want to have that kind of back and forth with yourself as a strong person, right? An individual, but not impermeable, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope that this is helpful, and if it was, let me know, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.